Good morning everybody and welcome to a class with me, Ava Monroe. Let's take some nice deep breaths before we begin and put ourselves in a beautiful place to start our yoga. Close your eyes, let your arms hang by the sides of the body and take some slow deep breaths. Feel that you can fill up the whole of the body with the breaths. And then as you exhale, be aware of the breath draining away. And as it does, allow your body to soften. All the tension set away on the breath. Let the sound and the feeling of your breath calm and still your body and mind. Open your eyes, come back to the room, and let's begin. We are going to start today with a standing rotation. It's a beautiful way to release the spinal column. Step the feet apart. I'd say that my heels were shoulder distance and the toes pointing out from that angle. Remember your core control and pelvic floor throughout today's class. Start with the arms by the sides of the body and let the weight drop down into the soles of your feet, so there should be no tension in the legs or the bottom. Hips square, arms out, and take your right hand to the left shoulder. Let the left arm drape down and turn to look over the left shoulder. The spine is twisting inside, but the hips are lovely and square. Breathe in back to centre and exhale over the other way. You can take a couple of breaths or just move on the next inhale back to centre. Do what feels right for you. first thing in the morning. We are next going to do warrior two. So this is a standing pose, and it's very good for strengthening the bones and the muscle groups. As you get older, you lose a little bit of bone density, and this can start to help. So I'm stepping my feet apart, and the weight is down in the feet, legs relaxed. Right leg and foot pointing forwards, and turning the left leg out at the hip, heel in line with heel. Bend in the left knee, knee in line with the ankle, kneecap tracking the second or third toes. So if the knee has collapsed in, turn the toes in as well. Arms out, no higher than the shoulders, and turning the head to look down the left arm. Slow deep breaths, relaxing with every exhale. If the arms get heavy, place the hands on the hips. If it isn't the arms and it's the front leg that's really twitching and a little bit painful, straighten the leg, it's fine. Everything will strengthen with time. Arms down, straighten the leg and release the pose on this side. Come all the way back to centre. Don't just turn the legs around and go back into it on that other side. Coming back to centre and taking a moment is the most important part in yoga. Then when you're ready, stepping the feet apart. Weight down in the feet, left leg and foot pointing forwards. Turn right leg out at the hip, heel in line with heel. Relax. Bend in the right knee, kneecap tracking the second or third toes. Arms out, no higher than the shoulders. And turn the head to look down the right arm. It could feel completely different on this side. You must just go with it. We have a stronger side. Every time you exhale, soften the body. Don't tense up in the stretch, trying to hold it longer. That's the exact opposite of what yoga's all about. Down, straighten the leg, return to centre. Feel that beautiful stretch, how it swipes the thighs, the spine may feel longer. Now sometimes people say to me, oh, after I've done warrior two, I can really feel that in my lower back. Sometimes you just have a little bit of sensitivity in the back that day, or you've not used enough core control. But if we follow that pose with wide leg forward fold today, if you're going to get your head closer to the floor. So I'm in the centre of my mat, the wide leg forward fold, and I'm going to step my feet apart. I want a wide stance, but I am not overstretched, so my weight is in the heels, the balls of the feet, and the pads of the toes. It isn't on the outside edge, pulling too much on the inner seams of the legs, because that will really hurt as you go deeper. Core control, pelvic floor. Let the legs soften. Take a really slow, deep breath in. And when you breathe in, feel that you're filling up the whole of the lungs, so the rib cage expands to the front, the sides and the back. Exhaling and draping down. And as you drape down, the body softens and the head and arms become heavy, pulling you down towards the floor. If you're in mid-air, hold the forearms. If it's just the fingertips or the hands on the mat, make sure that they are shoulder distance apart at least, so you're not building up tension in the shoulders and the shoulder blades. Keep relaxing. Let all the tensions ebb away. You might want to give the legs a bit of a jiggle if they start to tense up. And at any time, you can ease off the pose. Take a moment and go back into it. Some of you will be able to get the forearms to the floor. Don't tense up. It might like a break on you going deeper. And if you're going for it, get your towel or cushion and place that right where the crown of the head would land on the floor. So the weight is still in the feet. The crown is just touching the towel for here. And when I can feel a great deal of weight pressed down into the towel, that's a clear indicator I can now get my head to the floor. So I will remove the towel or cushion and come down fully. And then when you're ready to come out of it, a deep breath in. You can shuffle the feet in and roll back up from there, or roll up from a wide leg stance. It's as important to come out of the pose under control as it is to go into it. You don't want to cause any damage in the muscle groups. Okay, so I'm just going to put this towel to one side for now because we will need it for the last pose. And we are next going to come down onto the floor to do a side plank. Okay, so right there. I am sat on my right side. You have a little bit of bony prominence on the outside edge of the thigh, which is your greater trochanter. Don't be on it, and don't be over the top of it. You're sat slightly behind it. My right arm is well away from the And my top leg's foot is in front of the bottom leg's foot. And on the outside edges, should I say the edges of my feet. I'm spiraling my right arm out so the shoulder opens, as does the front of the chest. And then I'm going to push down in the heel of the hand and push down in the edges of the feet and coming up into a side plank. Come down, just bending the knees and you come down back to where we started from. Then we'll swap sides. 10 deep breaths in the side plank is absolutely enough. Okay, you could do a couple more repetitions to each side if you wanted to, but it's not always necessary. Okay, so once more in my long Z shape with the legs. Top leg's foot is in front of the bottom leg's foot. I'm on the edges of the feet. And behind the bursa on that outside edge of my thigh. And my left arm is away from the body, fingers splayed, fingers pointing away. Then I'm spiraling my left arm out. The crease of the inner seam of the elbow comes forwards. When I'm ready, pushing down in the heel of the hand, pushing down in the feet. Don't turn the soles of the feet to the floor. You're on the edges of the feet all the way through the pose. Well done, beautiful. So we're going to finish with book openings. And this is a nice rhythmical movement that works the arms and the shoulders and releases the spinal column. You will need a towel or a cushion. Okay, so I'm laid on my right side to start. Head on the cushion, both knees bent, knees roughly up to hip height, right arm out in front of me with the palm up, and I'm placing the left hand on top of the right. Breathing in, taking the left arm around and behind me, and turn the head to look to that left arm. Breathing in, arm coming back to where I started. Exhaling, arm up and over, inhaling, back to where I started. If your breath finds its own natural pattern, let it concentrate on the movement of the arm. About 10 of these is always enough. Feel how the front of the chest opens as the arm goes around and behind. Inside, your spine is twisting. So I think I've done about 10 there. I'm going to swap sides. Okay, I'll turn so I'm no longer facing you, so you can see the movement from a different angle. Laid on my left side this time, both knees bent, knees roughly up to hip height. Left arm out in front of me, palm up, right hand now on top of the left. Breathing in, taking the arm up and over to the floor behind me, turning the head to watch the arm. Exhale, back to where I started. And then when you have finished, just come to lay on your back and make yourself as comfortable as possible for relaxation. I've taken my legs out long this morning and my feet are about hip distance apart, but the legs and the feet are relaxed. Arms by the side of the body with the palms slightly upwards. Close your eyes. Take some very slow, deep breaths. As you breathe in, make sure that the tongue is relaxed in the mouth and you are not gritting your teeth. And then when you next inhale, imagine that your breath is travelling up the back of the spine from the tailbone to the neck. As you exhale, the breath is travelling down the front of the spine, from the neck to the tailbone. So your breath is looking the spinal column. And if it helps you to visualise the breath, do give the breath a colour. And then slowly bring the breath back to centre, back into your chest area. Take a moment to become aware of yourself and your surroundings.